Okay, in this video I'm going to redo the problem that I did in the previous video, but I'm going to show it using the quadratic formula. So you notice that there's the two types. There's the simple, which we can take the square root of both sides, and the quadratic formula. The quadratic formula works in any of these problems, but the simple can only work if both the numerator and denominator are squared, like I showed in the previous problem. I personally prefer the quadratic equation, but it's up to you to decide. So to save some time, I'm starting out with the information that's going to be the same for the previous problem. And so basically this was all the information that was given. The I's were the moles of nitrogen and oxygen that was initially. I had a volume of 8 liters, a temperature of 3,900 degrees, and an equilibrium constant of 0.0123. I had to change the moles into molarity. So I divide each one of those by 8. The changes, this was a numerator, so it was minus x, and 2x. And the equilibrium constant expression is Kc is the NO squared over N2O2. And then I just plugged in the Kc values. The NO2 is, this is the I plus or minus C here. What's different about using the quadratic method is I have to use the FOIL method. FOIL. So it's first, outer, inner, and last. That's an L. To do this part down here, so I'm going to basically move it a little bit to the left, but the, oops. I'm going to go ahead and square this. So 2 times 2 squared is 2, so 4x squared. And it's going to become long. So the first is the 0.09938 times 0.09338. So that's my first. And when I do that, I get 0.009876 minus the outer, which would be the 0.09938x. The inner is minus 0.09938x. And the last would be minus x times minus x, so plus x squared. And all of this is one line, I just didn't run out of room. The other thing is I need to combine the two x terms together. So what I get is 0.0123 is equal to 4x squared times 0.00986 minus 0.1988x plus x squared. And I do this is 0, not 6. And I do the same process, so I'm going to start on the next slide where I'm going to multiply this denominator through by the 0.0123. So when I do, so I have, from the previous slide, I have 0.0123 is equal to 4x squared over 0.009876 minus 0.1988x plus x squared. So like I did in the previous problem, I'm going to multiply this out. So I'm going to move the denominator out, 0.009876 minus 0.1988x plus x squared is equal to 4x squared. So now I need to distribute this term out. So when I multiply this times that, I get 1.2215 times 10 to the minus 4th. 0.0123 times the 0.1988 gives me a negative 0.002445 x. And 0.0123 times 1 is 0.0123 x squared is equal to 4x squared. Now what I'm trying to get to is the form of 0 is equal to ax squared plus or minus x plus or minus c. Oops, b and then c. Okay, but what I want is a to be positive. So in looking at my x squared terms, this is 0.0123 and this is 4. So 4 is larger, so I'm going to move everything from the left to the right. So I have 0 is equal to 4x squared minus 0.0123 x squared plus 0.002445x minus 1.215 times 10 to the minus 4th. There's no x there. I'm going to combine these two terms together, so I get 0 is equal to 3.988x squared plus 0.002445x minus 1.215 times 10 to the minus 4th. And then the formula that I give you that's not at the end of the chapter, I said there was going to be one for this semester, is the quadratic formula. That x is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So substituting this in, x is equal to a negative 0.002445 plus or minus the square root of b, which is 0.002445 squared, minus 4 times 3.988 times a negative 1.215 times 10 to the minus 4th. So that's square root sign. So this still didn't go out far enough. Divided by 2 times 3.988, which is my A term. Now, you can put this all in one big, you can work it in steps if you want to. You're more likely to have mistakes and rounding errors. You can enter this all as one big calculation, which I like doing because then the difference between the plus and minus is just going back second entry and changing this one sign. The way to enter it into your calculator is parentheses, negative, not minus, but negative, 0.002445 plus square root sign. Now, depending on your calculator, some of them automatically put this parentheses, others don't. If it doesn't, you need to put the parentheses there. 0.002445 and then the square symbol minus 4 times, I don't want to use parentheses here, 3.988 times a negative, so this is a minus, this is a negative, 1.215 times 10 to the minus 4th, close parentheses twice, divided by open parentheses 2 times 3.988, close parentheses. And then the next time, if you hit second entry in most of your calculators, all you have to do is change this plus to a minus. So when I do the plus sign, x ends up being the 0.00522, which is the same answer we got last time. The negative is a little bit different. The negative, meaning, and I'll show you what that means in just a second, is a negative 0.00662. Okay. Either way, I can't have a negative x, so this one is not going to be used. Now, what I was talking about with the plus minus signs here is this goes to that one, this goes to this one. So when I did with the plus mark in here, this is the answer I got. When I did with the minus times, I got this one. Okay. And either way, I'm going to use this. And so I'm going to actually end up with exactly the same answer I had last time. But just to go back, that means that this is going to be 0.09938 minus the 0.002 0.0522, and that's going to be for both of these. I lost the piece of paper that was written on. I get 0.0942 molar, 0.0942 molar, and then this is 2 times the 0.00522 to give me 0.0104 molar. And again, this is the exact same answer. To me, this is just a little bit less complicated. The math is probably just as much, but it should not matter there. And I will be doing 2 more additional problems in which you cannot do the simple method, you have to use the quadratic for.